you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. He'll drop to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Sometimes PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route, and I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
Bernardrick McKinney there to make the stop. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got to snap it. We got to snap it.
A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Mike, set. 19. Alert.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 30. Watson. traffic, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Scampering home from 19 yards out, and the Texans have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. That's taken in by Callaway. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like it. I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks, and you give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
Looking to throw. He finds Beckham, complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Odell Beckham, 46 yards. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is now 10-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Texans 7.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Penny running right. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So the Jags with 5 in the secondary.
Right there. 54 Mike. There we go, here we go. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. No chance. Hey, watch that,
From the gun, here's Watson. And that is incomplete.
While we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore, I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Mike 18. Took the ball.
Back to throw here. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll drop the throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And the Jaguars send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Penny. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Watson, and he finds Penny. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Set. 19. 54. Take to the car. Russell run. They're running. Mike 5-4.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Josh Allen coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd down, it's Jackson, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taken in at the 11. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll try the right side here with Penny. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
Mike 54. Rabbit.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and
blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
3 down. Watch 18. 18's the mic. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Mike 18. Mike 18. Let's go deep. Tighten up. Squeeze. Deep, tighten up. Check.
He'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's fourth on opening weekend. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now Rashad Penny. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down.
We got to get to the ball, G. We got to get to the ball. Shine the ball.
Operating from the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical.
and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing again on second down. Watson being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Penny, a first down carry. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Again, it's Penny. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They'll run on first down. It's Green. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
That's going to be a long day. That's going to be a long day. 54. Mike 4. Watch the run.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
On 3rd down. It's Green, and he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Rashad Penny, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans have once again taken the lead. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Jaguars take over.
Let's go.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
at the 48-yard line.
54 Mike. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
On the run, it's Penny. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And they'll run it again with Penny. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
On first down, Green. There goes Green. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. With his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still is not really trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they will score a pick-6 for the Texans TD. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Next to score, Texans 31, Jaguars 10.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick-6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right?
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
2nd and 9 now. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Houston. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll look to throw here. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. They'll try and pick it up with, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch 18.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. That is caught by Cohen. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
It's coming this way. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Flushed out right. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Josh Allen able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And that one goes out of bounds, and let's see here. They're going to walk this back to the 40-yard line.
At the 40-yard line.
Come on, set. 18 gainer. Strong right. Strong right. Strong right. 4 down. 4 down.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 6. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Jadeveon Clowney picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long, and I think the ball's out. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They begin with a run by Penny. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. at the 4-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Looking to throw on second down. Watson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
Mike's by 4. Get your swerve on! Under crush, under crush, under 31! 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike.
Now Watson on third down. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll make it a second down. He'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They'll set up to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Here's Watson to throw on third down. Man open, it's Moss, complete. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.